Tiger was a very conservative animal. He rarely talked, played, laughed, or mingled with the other animals. Some of the animals said of him,
"Tiger is too arrogant. He is so full of himself and he doesn't have any talent. If he did have talents, I'm sure he'd walk on every one of us."
Other animals said,
"Tiger is only shy. He exhibits good behavior but is very shy."
It didn't matter to Tiger what the animals said about him. Instead, he maintained the attitude of conservatism everywhere he went. However, in his secret, he loved to dance and he practiced dancing all the time. The end of the year was fast approaching. This was a period when the animals usually gathered for an end-of-year party. They already began to plan for the event. The animals were required to make certain contributions towards the event, which they all gladly did. On the day of the party, all the animals trooped in. The party held at the space between the hill and the river in the forest. All the animals were singing, dancing, marrying, and making new friends. Tiger just remained at a place in the party all by himself, not knowing they had set him up. After a while, the party host, Panda, came on stage, cleared his throat, and began to talk.
"You are welcome to this memorable party. It's going to be the best party you've ever attended in your entire life. Are you ready?"
Then all the animals cheered and responded,
"Yes, we are! Yes, we are!"
Panda continued,
"Now, because we have many things to do in this party, we wouldn't be wasting time unnecessarily. Because of this, I call on Tiger to come present anything he's good at to the crowd. Wouldn't you all like to see him do something?"
Tiger was reluctant at first, but he didn't want to kill the fun, especially for the animals. So he seized the stage, and to the amazement of all the animals, he danced like they'd never seen before. They all opened their mouth wide in surprise. They never knew an animal that conservative could possess such great talent. When he was done, all the animals clapped for him and gave him a standing ovation for his performance.
This forest looks very untidy and unhealthy for animals to live in. Who are the animals that handle the affairs of the forest environment? I need to see them immediately.
Young Lion, who was sent by his father to see to the cleanliness of the forest, asked in fury and disappointment.
"Fox and Tiger are the ones who see to the cleanliness of the forest. They live in the hills near the river in this forest. I will send for them at once."
One of the animals in the forest responded as he hurriedly went to Fox and Tiger's house to bring them to Young Lion.
"Hello, Tiger. How can you still be asleep by this hour of the day? Have you been infected by sleeping sickness? Get up at once and let's go to the house of your friend, Fox."
Young Lion was sent to inspect the cleanliness of our forest. He asked to see the two of you immediately, the animal said. When they got to Fox's home, he was exercising. He jogged, did some push-ups and some sit-ups too. "Hey Fox, I think we are in a little trouble here." Young Lion was sent by his father to inspect the cleanliness of our forest. He was dissatisfied with what he saw, so he sent for you and I, Tiger explained. "Okay, let me get myself cleaned up at once, then we'd rush to see Young Lion," Fox said while he rushed to get himself cleaned up. Very soon, he was ready and they went to see Young Lion.
Two of you ashamed of yourselves? Don't you know that a dirty forest environment can bring diseases to the animals? You better do something about this immediately or I'd call the attention of my father.
Young Lion boiled as he complained.
"We're very sorry. We'd take necessary steps to clean the forest immediately. Then we'd begin work tomorrow,"
Fox and Tiger replied simultaneously. The next day, they set out to work. "Hey Fox, this is a big task. How can we get it done quickly?" Tiger asked. "When you have a big task to finish, begin to sing. You will be surprised at how much work you have done and how much time you have spent. I have found it to be true," Fox replied. They did sing and finished the cleaning in good time. Monkey was the most playful and troublesome animal in the forest. He particularly liked to stay on the bamboo tree that was at the center of the forest, because many animals usually pass that path when going to places or when hunting for food, and they will usually rest under the shade of the bamboo tree. One hot and sunny afternoon, Elephant was tired from hunting for food and not finding anything to eat. Elephant decided to rest under the shade of the bamboo tree before continuing on his food search. While resting, Elephant said,
"How I wish a fresh fruit drops from the sky so I can eat it."
As he said this, Monkey dropped one of the 3 pieces of fresh mangoes he had. Elephant could not believe his eyes. He exclaimed,
"Oh, so I can ask for something to drop from the sky."
Then he repeated the same words, "How I wish another fresh fruit drops from the sky." When Monkey heard Elephant's request, he dropped another mango fruit. Elephant was excited as he moved towards the fruit on the ground. "Wow! When I have eaten enough mangoes, I will share with the other forest animals how I commanded fruits to fall from the sky. They will not believe it, but I will convince them by doing it again." The 3rd time, animals said the same statement but with more confidence. This time around, Monkey dropped a stone. As Elephant approached the fruit, he wondered, "Do mangoes look like this too? Or is this a special kind of mango?" Elephant was speaking his thoughts aloud. He proceeded to take the supposed mango only to find out it was only a stone. While Elephant was still wondering how his wish for a fresh mango fruit was granted as a stone, Monkey came down from the bamboo tree and laughed Elephant to scorn.
"Oh my, did you really think a miracle would happen that way? You're such a funny little animal,"
Monkey said with his mouth full of laughter.
"I can't believe you just played a prank on me. You are so unbelievable. Well, it was fun, you know. I felt great that I got a fruit from the sky. I didn't know it was Troublesome Monkey who sent the fruit and the stone."
The amused Elephant responded. The 2 of them walked back home together. Lion was a very fast animal. In the whole forest, no animal could win him in a race, especially because he was also very diligent. Every morning, Lion would run up to the hill, near the river, and down 10 times. Afterwards, he would run from the river to the bamboo tree that was in the forest. Later, he would go to freshen up, eat good food, then rest and sleep. At eventime, he'd be up again, following the same practice routine. His closest competitor was Tiger, but Tiger was still no match for him. No other animal trained as much as Lion. Later that month, the annual racing competition was announced. Lion was excited and he started practicing more for the race. One day, as he ran down the woods, he stumbled on a large stone lying on the path and broke his leg. He groaned in pain, causing the trees of the forest to shake vigorously. Soon, the other animals heard him. Many of the animals came to spy. Then some went to say to Tiger,
"The lion is down. He won't be able to participate in this year's race. This is your chance to win the competition."
Lion groaned for a short while, but he soon stood up and continued his training. Tiger saw him. He was shocked.
"How is it possible after that big injury?"
Tiger seemed to be asking himself the question. Many of the other animals also saw him and were shocked too. They never believed he would get up. The day before the race, Lion set out again. He was training heavily. This time around, he was feeling very sleepy. So while he was "I need to rest quite some, or I may not even be alive to participate in the race." So he laid to rest at the riverbank. While sleeping, Tiger came to him secretly and pushed into the river. Lion could not swim. He was drowning, but Dinosaur came to his rescue. Lion was very weak and was advised to not participate in the race anymore. Lion refused and insisted on running. On the day of the race, people thought he would die or lose because he was very weak, but he won and was still strong. There was a period in the forest where all the animals were in confusion. Panda had lost his memory when he fell from a bamboo tree near the forest. Panda was relaxing and feeling very comfortable. He forgot he was on a bamboo tree and not his mattress at home. He rolled as though he was on his bed and landed on the floor. His head hit the ground badly, so he had a memory loss. Some of his friends would call out,
Panda Pondo!
as they nicknamed him. But he'd just look at them in pain and self-pity, not remembering who they were. He would then respond,
I'm sorry, I don't remember who you are. Forgive me.
At home, his parents tried to restore his memory by doing and saying a lot of things that he was involved in as a young panda. Panda, do you remember your favorite spaghetti with bolognese? You could run any errand because of it. You could skip even your best forest animal presentation because of it. Look here, we prepared it for you this morning. They would say to him, hoping it would ring a bell in his mind.
Sorry, Dad and Mom, I can't remember any of these things you say. I'm really trying, but it's hard for me to remember,
Panda answered. Then his parents sat down to think of what they could do to help him restore his memory. Suddenly, his mom had an idea.
Dinosaur is his best friend. If Dinosaur could remind him of some of their past events together, he probably will have his memory restored.
While they were still talking, they heard a knock on the door. It was Dinosaur who was around.
I heard of the situation of my friend. Please, can I see him? I wish none of these things happened to him.
Dinosaur asked worriedly. Don't worry, we'll take you there because we need you to help him restore his memory, Panda's dad responded. They went to where Panda was, and immediately Dinosaur saw him. He called him by the special name he gave him.
Panny Danny, I've missed you so much.
Panda too replied,
Dino Melancholy, I've missed you too.
That was how Panda's memory got restored, unconsciously. All the animals were very surprised, but happy.
Subscribe!